Here we go, guys. It's Houday TB. I'm back this time with episode number 27. This time I went and hunted and searched through a $25 box of Lincoln cents that I secured from the bank. And I want to go through and I want to show you some of the stuff that I was able to pull out and share with you guys today. This was a decent hunt. I found 6 varieties that we're going to take a really closer look at, and I'll explain any extra value that there might be with those coins. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Let me go ahead, let me get you zoomed in here a little bit better for a better perspective. All right, we'll start off. Let me start off with these bright and shinies. I like pulling these out. Come on, baby, you got to focus for me. There you go. I found 5 of the bright and shinies. This is 1970s. I always pull the bright and shinies out because there might be some nice additions there for my personal collection there. But found these 1970, 68D, so on and so forth. Very common dates, but always like to pull out those brilliant uncirculated type coins. Then I found 7 Canadian coins. I collect those as well. The oldest being this 1965. Yeah, they're all crusted. I just like pulling them out because the Canadian Mint stopped making cents in 2012. So they're going to become harder to find here soon as well. I found a total of the 5 2009 Lincoln cents. As you guys know, these 2009, the U.S. Mint had 4 different backs. They had, and they're a lower mintage than your typical coin out there. Make sure you always weigh your 2009s as well. So the vast majority of these are going to weigh 2.5 grams, which is the zinc coating. However, the U.S. Mint did produce some copper coins that look just like this on copper planchets that weigh 3.12 ounces. Anyways, those are very low mintage, under 800,000, if I remember correctly. Then I found a total of 9 of the San Francisco mints. As I've stated in previous videos, I always pull those out because they're tougher to find in this area. So from 1968 to 1974, these are the newer S business strike Lincoln cents that you'll find out there in circulation. Then I found a total of 10 wheat cents. The oldest and most interesting one that I found was this 1916. It's awesome. It's over 108 years old, and it was still in circulation, being used. Just thinking of what this might have bought back in the day, and throughout its 108 years, it's very interesting. Also found 2 of 1930s Lincoln cent. One is from 1936 and 1937. Those right after the Great Depression era. So finding those is very interesting to me as well. Not much value to them. They're in well circulated condition, but I like pulling those out. All right, now that we're done with that, let me get into these varieties. Let me go ahead and get this camera situated a little bit better, and I'll be right back, and we'll talk about these 6 variety coins that might bring a little bit more value if you try to sell those to a collector. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I'm back. This time we'll start off with this 2011 Lincoln Shield cent. This is going to be a Wexler's attributed double die obverse 003, and yeah, let me throw it under the scope and give you a little bit closer look at what I'm talking about here. So with these newer Lincoln Shield cents, you always want to pay special attention to the date and to the word liberty. So with this specific DDO, you're going to go ahead and take into account, look over here. You always want to look for these diagonal slashes going across right here, right there, and right here. Typically, these are should be a straight line, and you won't have any of that diagonal edging. If you get that diagonal edging, it's a telltale sign of a DDO. And then you come over here to this O, and you kind of see how it's got this cat eye shape to it. So it's thicker on this side, thicker on this side, and a lot thinner here and here. And then you got some notching at an angle that coincides with this up here at the top and the bottom. So that is a DDO 003, and I've seen these fetch between $5 and $7 to a collector that wants them if they're in really good shape. Next is also a 2011 as well. This is going to be WDDO 005. So as I stated before, you always want to pay special attention to the date and to the word liberty. This DDO takes place on the word liberty. All right, so we'll go over here, and what you're looking for with this specific DDO is the extra thickness of the Y, the T, and the R, with the kind of notching going up right here and right here, and a little bit right there. But you'll notice the thickness of this T and this Y, and up here it's also offset. It's a lot thicker than your typical lead and cents. Let me see if I can do a real quick comparison. No. Well, let's go. Let me go this other. All right. So this is the other DDO. So if you go ahead and you look, you can see how thick this is right here. All right, and then I'm going to slide this over to this other coin right here, and see it's a lot thinner. It's a lot thinner right there. All right. So yeah, those coins also sell between $3 and $5. But you must always take into account the condition of the coin. But with that said, I like pulling out those double dies when I can actually verify a specific attribution number. Next is the 2013, also out of Philadelphia, Lincoln Shield Cent. Let me go ahead and focus that. This is the WDDO 008. All right, so let's go ahead and throw this under the scope right here for you. We'll always go to the date. All right, and I can already see the thickness of this this lettering, or this numbering right here. All right, I have the notching on the 1, and also the same thing. You got the thickness over here on this side. It's thin on this side, looks like a cat eye, and a little bit of notching here on the front of the 2. Let's go over here to the word liberty and see if we see anything that stands out. Not too much. A little bit on the T, but you can definitely see it over here on the date. And that was DDO 008. Same deal, between $3 and $5. But you know, don't push that to the side. When in reality, that's 300 to 500x face value. Next is a 2015 out of Philadelphia. Once again, this is also a WDDO 015. The W stands for Wexler's. Wexler's has attributed this double die obverse. So let's go over here to the date and see if I see anything at the date. I don't see anything at the date. As I told you before, this is all straight across. So the doubling must take place over here on the word liberty. Okay, and it does, all right? So we come over here, we can see the extra thickness and the notching over here on this Y, extra thickness, notching on the T, and yeah, a little bit extra thickness up here. This is kind of offset this way. And yeah, when you cross-reference it, it's WDDO 015. This is, yeah, this $25 box kind of caught me off guard with the number of DDOs I actually found in it. And this is going to be your WDDO 018 from 2016. Lincoln Shieldson as well. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll throw it under the scope, get a better look at it. Look at the date. Not seeing anything with the date. Everything looks straight here. Let's go over here to the word Liberty. Okay, and when I come over here to the Liberty, also once again, I've got the notching here, the notching here. Very minor, but it is there, and notching up here. And this side is a little bit thinner than this side. Very tough to see this without a scoop or a scope or a loop, but it is there. And also, you know, $3 to $5 to the right person that wants to add, say, a Lincoln Shieldson from 2010 to 2024, all that display some type of double die. They're willing to pay a couple dollars for this coin. All right, the last coin I'm going to talk about is the infamous 1960D. If you are familiar with this coin, there are a lot of repunched mint marks. So basically, when these coins were actually, okay, these coins were minted in Denver, and in the process of the working dies being punched by the people that work in the mint, they had a lot of mistakes and errors with getting the proper location of the D on the underneath the 6 there. So anywho, there's over like 150 different double dies with that D being misplaced. So let's go ahead and let's look at this one. This one's pretty interesting. There you go, right there. So you got the 1960 and you got the D, and you can see the D that is underneath it. It's actually north and east of the primary D. I can see this one really well, actually, to tell you the truth. But I went and I cross-referenced this specific one, and this is going to be Wexler's repunched mint mark, which is WRPM005 D over D. Yeah, and if somebody wants to add that to their collection, yeah, they'll pay $5 to $8 probably for RPM. This one, it's nice chocolate brown color, doesn't show any signs of carbon deterioration or anything like that. Okay, all right, so a lot of finds in this $25 box hunt than what I typically find, but I appreciate your guys' time, and I have fun trying to explain to the best of my knowledge on what y'all should be on the lookout for while you're out there hunting through coins. So if you like this material and you'd like to see more of it, I'd appreciate it if you liked, shared, commented, subscribed, followed, all that good stuff, my channel, and I'll see you next time.